What's happening?
All right, we're going to keep it. We're going to get right into it, man. I'm really excited to be here with you, T.I. Thank you for coming.
Likewise.
Yeah, thanks for gracing us with your presence.
My pleasure.
All right, so first things first, can you tell people, we have seen you, from the, the streets of Atlanta, and then your commercial release, So Serious, and we've seen you evolve quite a bit since you first came out. Can you tell people sort of where you are right now as a man and as an artist?
I guess if I had to put it in a word, I'd say evolved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been here. This is probably about my 11th, 12th year as a professional entertainer, rapper, whatever title you want to place next to what I do. And I've gone through so much personally and professionally to where it has left me no choice but to grow, evolve, and diversify myself as an artist, as a man, and as a businessman, So, I mean, I'm right now, this is me after the evolution.
Right. Have you found it difficult? Other artists have found it difficult to evolve.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Nothing worth having comes easy. So I feel like it has been a challenge. It has been a struggle. It has been a journey, but it was worth it all in all because it brought me right here today.
Okay. Now, I want to get into this album, Trouble Man, slated to release in December sometime.
December 18th, yeah.
Right, December 18th. Can you tell people what we will see and hear and visualize from T.I. this time out?
I think that, it will be a hybrid. It's going to be an infusion of the things that you heard when you first heard I'm Serious, when you first heard trap music. And then, we're going to mix that with the diversity of, say, a paper trail. You know what I'm saying? And we just, my goal is to give people the things that they are familiar with and mix it with things that they don't expect to hear. You know what I'm saying? I want them to grow, but I want them to be, I want them to be comfortable and settle into a sound and a message that they already know, But then I want to use that to open them up to new messages and sounds that they don't expect to hear.
Speak on somebody I used to know a little.
Yeah, I did a record with Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick Lamar, and B.O.B. And it's I guess for lack of a better explanation, it's a true hip hop record. You know what I'm saying? We took it from this. It's a record made by an artist named Godier. It's called Somebody I Used to Know, and we just each, told stories of a female that we once knew back in our years before we were, who we are today. And it kind of put me in the mind of something like the art of storytelling, when Outkast and Slick Rick did that. And I felt like, I hadn't heard nothing really like that. That was, that was significant. Right. You know what I'm saying? That was jamming, artistic, and that was saying something all at the same time. I mean, really, it was just a way to, it was a cool way, man, to apply some art and some just really, I think all I have to say is art.
What gravitated you to sampling? What made you sample that particular record? Was it the music or the message?
I like the music.
Okay.
I like the music. I took the message from the music and just went with it. I just thought, man, you know what? This is a dope record. You know what I'm saying? I think that this should be something. I think my market and the people who listen to me should know about this.
Yeah. You do that well, too. You sampled Gypsy Woman, and I was like...
Yeah. And Paper Planes.
Yeah. I didn't think...
I just try to bridge the gaps wherever possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on Sorry, we'll hear this after the album drops. This will be podcast
it possibly
on
could
iTunes.
Be, you may, who knows, The spirit of Christmas present may bring... some records to you, earlier.
Okay. We'll put that on all hip hop.
Who knows? Yeah, by way of allhiphop.com and other sources of hip hop that we know to be relevant.
Right, right. What was who you apologizing to on Sorry?
I'm not telling you that I don't owe anybody no apologies. It says, who should I be sorry? What should I be sorry for? Who should I be sorry to?
Okay.
Can't please everybody.
Got you. And how did you get Andre's been doing some verses recently, but how did you get at him?
Man, Dre is a very complex character. You know, he's a very he has a sophisticated nature.
Right.
And you know, you just put things in the universe with Dre, man. You know what I'm saying? You just, hey, man, I would love to do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's figure it out. All right, you know what? When I'm on that, man, you know, we'll talk. And one day you just get a call. Hey, man, what you doing? Maybe I'll come by, man. We'll see what we can do. Okay.
Right.
So you come by and you listen and say, you know, he'll pick something out. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm digging that. All right, cool. Then, you know, he'll leave. Then you may get a call. You know what? I'm almost ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, just wrapping my mind around it. Just want to make it right. All right, no problem, G. Take your time. And then anonymously, just out the blue, you may get a call. Hey, man, I'm ready. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he just show up and he just, you know, shit on you on your own record.
That's hard to believe.
But, that's pretty much how it happens, bro. It's my account. That's what I remember.
Right.
You know?
No doubt, no doubt.
The last track, some of you may have heard it, some of you may have not. It's entitled Trap Back Jumping. And this is me pretty much for the T.I. fan from day one. You know, if trap music and I'm Serious were your favorite albums, then this record is for you. You know what I'm saying? Undoubtedly, without question. And I'm just pretty much showing, you know what I'm saying, a lot of cats who out there doing it now, although they may be successful at doing it, just realize, do trust and believe I'm the one who paved the way and made it possible for you to do what you're doing. And, you know, I do it better than you.
Now, Who Wants Some sounds like a challenge. Is that?
What does that mean?
Come on.
It
sounds like a challenge.
Really? What does that mean? What does that mean? A challenge to who about what?
All right. You playing coy now.
Man, you got to tell me where I don't read between many lines very well. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying.
You said all I know is trouble. I caught that line. What do you mean by that?
That's obvious.
You know more than trouble, though. But in the context of hip hop.
Sure. And which is the context in which we were speaking.
All right.
Okay. You know what? I think this is a good time to remind everybody, man, that the video for the new single that just was released, currently #1 on the hip hop singles list on iTunes, at least right now. The video for Ball featuring Lil Wayne will be premiered on VH1 11:30 tonight, the night of which this message was recorded. So everybody, you know what I'm saying, set your DVR, you know, just get by TV at 11:30. It's going down. Or you could probably find it on All Hip Hop at about 11:31.
You already know.
Yeah.
Why the title Trouble Man?
Other than the obvious, I mean, honestly, I feel like with my last release, No Mercy, which I released when I was in prison, I feel like after that release, you know, my music, man, my albums, they've always been about my life and how I feel at the moment going through the things I'm going through. I've basically just opened myself up and just told you guys, you know, all of my thoughts, all of my emotions, all of my opinions about the life and times of that is T.I. And I feel like last time when I did that, you know, there was a lot of, regret and remorse, you know what I'm saying? Because I found myself, you know, in a loser's position again that I'd put myself in. And I was really being honest. I'm speaking to myself and apologizing to the people around me, but the people who didn't matter as much as the people who I was apologizing to took that as an apology to them. And you know, they took that. I guess they took that for weakness. They saw that as a point. They saw that as a sign of weakness, which nothing could be more. They couldn't have been more mistaken. So right now, I see that, you know, I was looking for redemption, and I was looking for forgiveness from the people that didn't matter the most. You know what I'm saying? The people who support me, the people who really, really with me, I didn't ever have to apologize because they know my heart. They know who I am as a man, fundamentally and foundationally. So they never questioned my morals. They never questioned my intent. You know, they just questioned my decisions. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm standing up, and I just really, I guess, you know, for a lack of a better word, it taught me the right time and the right people to say fuck you to.
All right. Okay. Now, on that note, there's a lot of competition going on in hip hop right
Is it?
now.
Is it?
No competition?
Nah. I don't. I don't see it as competition. I mean,
Okay.
although we all have a competitive spirit, we can only compete if we play in the same game. You know what I'm saying? And I salute everybody out there who succeeds at what it is that they do, but I don't see nobody out there doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I feel like if my spot could have been taken, it would have been taken by now because I've been gone long enough, and you know what I'm saying? These shoes have still not been filled. You
No
know.
doubt.
So, one thing about it, one thing that I give you that no one else can is my life.
Right.
You know, can't nobody else kick. I mean, I look at it and I'm baffled. I'm baffled and intrigued by it myself sometimes when I find the circumstance situations I'm in. I'm like, man, I couldn't have wrote this. I couldn't have. I would if I was scripting a movie. I would have never thought to put this in there. You know what I'm saying? And so, and I don't see nobody else with a life like that, with as many ups, downs, twists and turns, peaks and valleys, and who's still standing up, and who still can maintain a significant level of success and relevance at the same time. I hadn't seen it. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute.
Now, I heard a recent interview with you, and you hinted at retirement because of the state of the game. Now, I'm hearing two different things, I feel like. Now, you're not really planning on retiring, are you? Or-
I mean, that's how I felt at the time. Like I told you, if you ask me a question, I'm gonna tell you how I feel at the time.
Okay.
And at the time, I was just coming home. I was seeing things. It was a lot different. You know what I'm saying? I looked around and I didn't really see a lot of things that reminded me of what I started doing this for. You know, and I kind of I looked at the game, the game, and I was like, you know what, man? Is it time for me to let these cats have it? And you know what I'm saying? Just find something else to do. And that was my first thought. But then I guess the reaction to that statement, with I guess my own observation of, you know, what it is that only I can add to the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? The game just ain't the same without me. And I'm not saying that out of arrogance. I mean, I'm just being honest, you know what I'm saying? It just ain't the same without me. Be it for better or be it for worse. And, you know, people just saying, man, you know what? If you don't give us what you give us, we won't get it. And I'm like, all right, cool. As long as people want me to, you know what I'm saying, get up and do what I do, I'm going to continue to do it.
Okay. Now, a lot of people want to know the status of Grand Hustle. You got a strong team right now.
Well, thank you.
A real diverse team, too, I might add. Especially if people saw the ciphers at the BET or Hip Hop Awards. We
Word.
really saw that. So,
Word.
can you speak on the status of the crew and what's going on?
I mean, man, the team is strong. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If it's anybody that walked away, man, it wasn't because they were pushed away, you know what I'm saying? It was because that's what they chose to do, and we don't hold nobody to nothing that they don't want to be held to. That's how it is. That's how we rock. We always have. We operate on a man to man or person to person. Word is bond. A word is bond policy, man. And like most of the people who I was with, you know, coming up before now, those are my friends and family. So whether we do business together or not, we still have a connection. My mama know they mama, my kids play with their kids. You know what I'm saying? They got my personal numbers, I got theirs, and you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna change whether we choose to do business in music or anything else or not. Uh, and the people who we are welcoming into the fold are people who we feel can add something to the business that we now know is Grand Hustle.
Have you gotten any friction from Iggy jumping up into the forefront or anything like that?
Any friction? Nah,
Nah.
no more than usual. I
Right.
mean, trouble to me, man. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I'm so used to. It could be going on all around me, and I won't notice.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? I ain't. It hasn't rattled me any. Has anybody noticed? Anybody? Have I gotten any friction? You have to make me aware of something specific. I wouldn't know.
Nah,
I
no.
haven't
She's
noticed.
you know what I'm saying. She's just.
Are you
she's
saying
got
because she's a white woman?
Well, that could
You saying
tend to
because she's
upset some of the brothers.
Australian white woman? Is that what you're saying? Nah, man. Hey, man, look, man. She got swag and she know how to rock, man. That's all Hey, man. All I require, man, is that you got to have your own movement. You got to be able to handle yourself with T.I., without T.I. You can't be swallowed by the presence of T.I. You know what I'm saying? If me and you walk in a room and everybody talking to me and you just happen to be there, then that doesn't work. You see what I'm saying? You have to be able to demand your own presence. And if you can do that and you can rock, you know what I'm saying, then I'm going to rock with you.
Okay. What about that B.O.B. T.I. album? Can we?
Yeah.
I had to throw
We
that in there
working
from my
on
own
it.
personal.
Right on. We working on it. We got material. We got songs on songs on songs.
Okay.
I think identifying the proper time to release it. That's gonna be the most. That's gonna be more of a challenge than anything. Getting it done is nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, if y'all don't know, T.I. released another book last month, right? In
Yeah, 2 months
September.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, called Trouble and Triumph.
Yeah, Trouble
can
and
you speak-
Triumph.
And last year you dropped Power and Beauty.
Power and Beauty. Yeah.
Now, can you speak on that? What you tried, what you seek or have achieved with that?
I mean, I can
Being
tell you.
an author.
I can tell you what my intention is. My intention is to use my influence and my talents to motivate this generation to do more reading, you
Right.
know, and the people who look to T.I. to take them to new places and do new things. And, I'm just trying to motivate them to read. If not my book, something else. You know what I'm saying? Read for information, read for entertainment. Just read, man. Get used to it because that's where the information and the knowledge is.
Okay. What made you do a female protagonist? Like, why? You like that word, right?
I thought it was a co-ed. I thought I had two protagonists.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I figured that a lot of women read a little bit more than the men.
They
but-
do. I mean, I feel like Power is a protagonist as well. I think the two as a couple, they're mutual protagonists.
How did your real life factor into the book?
Not a whole lot, man. Not my real day-to-day experiences. It's not biographical at all. It's I've taken things that I've seen people go through and I've observed things, but I did not want to take something that someone could say, oh, I remember when he went through that. I know where he got that from, because I don't want it to seem like my life story, because it's not. It's completely fictional. The characters are completely of my imagination. All of this, man, is just a collaborative effort between myself and Mr. David Ritz.
Right. How did being an MC or a hip hop artist factor in it? Did your writing as a rapper factor into this at all?
Not really.
Yeah.
No, not really.
It's all
It's
imagination.
just conversation, just like me and you sitting right here talking, you know what I'm saying? And we just start talking about what if it was like this, and what if it was like that, or would
Right.
it make sense for it to, you know what I'm saying? And we talk for about 4 or 5 hours. You take that tape home and you make a manuscript from it, send it to me, and I make corrections to the manuscript, send it back to you, and we do this. We volley about 4 or 5 times over the course of a year or so, and then eventually we have ourselves a book.
Okay. What about turning this into a movie?
Man, you gonna have to talk to Sony Pictures, Paramount. You know what I'm saying? That's on Universal. That's on them, man. If they read it and they see that it has potential to turn itself into a feature film, then I'm open. I'm not gonna force it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna write it. I'm more concerned with the people who buy it, like it.
Okay.
You know?
So speaking of film, TV,
Uh-huh.
you have a reality show which is coming on tonight, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
9 p.m. If you don't, hey, anybody, if y'all can call home, tell everybody just put your TVs on VH1 and just keep it there till you get home. It'll probably be playing when you get back to the crib.
I do believe Tiny is somewhere in this room.
Yeah, she's somewhere in here. Yeah. See, there she
I don't
go.
know.
Yep.
I
I
can't.
saw her.
Oh, she's over there. All right. She's hiding. She's hiding. Initially, if I recall right, and this might be just pure rumor,
Uh-huh.
but initially,
Mostly is. It mostly is,
but I heard you were not with the whole reality situation at first. Is that
actually,
true?
that's actually factual.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What made you, switch over?
I mean, I guess I saw the benefits. I saw the benefits of, for one, man, I guess I was in a place of I was subjected to so much scrutiny and criticism at the time, and so much of it was under false pretenses. So I felt that, I would be benefiting myself and the loved ones around me by, just tossing a little truth out there, giving a little perspective. Because, right now, if I'm going to be judged, all I ask is, man, judge me from a place of knowledge and understanding, not from a place of speculation and assumption.
Right.
People take small glimpses and moments in my life and try to make me that man fundamentally all the time, when that just ain't so.
Right.
And so, you know what I'm saying? Let me show you who I am day to day, all the time. And from that, you take from that, and then you judge me.
Okay.
That's pretty much that was the thought behind it.
Now your hip hop fan. Now I'm on Twitter. Everybody's on Twitter.
I mean,
You're on there now though, right?
on my computer, not on my phone.
Well,
When my computer is open, I'm on it.
so you're active though.
When my computer is open, I'm on it. I have an account and I know how to go to it, and I know how to, you know what I'm saying? I read things when I decide to, but I don't have things minute to minute on my phone.
I got you. Okay.
It's too much access.
I got you.
I want to walk away from the world when I want to.
I can feel that.
Yeah.
So how have your core fans responded to your reality show?
I don't know. I haven't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, see, I think I have heard that, people are considering us the Y2K Huxtables and this, that, and the other. That is flattering, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. But I mean, man, for me, I think that even people who say, well, I don't know which one it is. Is it T.I. from Family Hustle, or is it T.I. from trap music? I mean, see, what you're looking for, you're expecting me to be one-dimensional. And I've always been multifaceted as a human being. I'm diversified. So you don't expect me to be one way of anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that people just ain't used to seeing somebody who can be this way, and then when the time comes and he has to be this way, then so be it. He shall be this way.
Right.
And I think that everybody's looking for me to be one way all the time, and that's boring.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That's not moving at the speed of life. You know what I'm saying? You got to make adjustments when called for, man. You know what I'm saying? And roll with the punches.
Right. That's the best way to survive.
I think so.
Now, I got to give Tiny props. She's the ultimate ride or die chick.
Word.
For sure. For sure.
True.
We got to give her a round of applause. So, for all of us in the struggle, what is y'all's key to marital success?
Hey, man, love. I think the simple answer is love. But even the ultimate ride or die chick, you got to give them a reason to ride.
That's a jewel, y'all. That's a jewel. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it. That's the end of the question.
Okay. What about, what do you, I admit, I'm not going to lie, I don't watch any reality TV.
No problem.
Okay, so.
Me neither.
Okay, good. What about the kids? Are they aspiring? I know some are in.
Yeah, my oldest daughter, she's in the OMG Girls,
Yeah.
and they currently working on their first album, and Man, my 11-year-old son, I don't know how serious he is with this rap thing. He skateboards one day and wants to rap the next day, and he wants
Right.
to build a building or something. You know, I don't know what he want to do,
Right.
but I know my oldest daughter, she's serious, and I think my youngest daughter, I know she can sing, and she aspires to act and perform and entertain. I don't know in what way.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to give them freedom to find out exactly what it is they want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to force them and make it to where they have to make a decision and do something now. You know, I want to sit back and observe where their passion leads them.
Okay. Now, Trey Rogers is a character on the hit show Boss on
yeah.
the Stars Network. Now, I've watched that show
sure.
faithfully this season.
Thank
I didn't
you.
even know you were on it, and then I'm
you.
like, wow, this is a really T.I.
Look
in
at
rare
this nice
form.
picture of me.
That's Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, it's Kelsey Grammer.
But your character is a dude that comes from, the streets, and he's making a come up in the world of politics.
Sure.
First of all, can you speak on the character, and if any, do you relate?
I think the only way, I think the two ways that we relate the most is we're both ambitious and we're both diverse. We both have an ability to exist and excel in different worlds. You know what I'm saying? We hold strong positions and are extremely relevant and have an enormous amount of influence in one world, but that does not keep us from excelling and finding ways to to progress in other worlds. I think those are the two things that jump right out at me. I don't gang bang,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I was in the streets, money was my motivation.
Right. You're really good in that role. Like, I mean, I know you've done other roles before, but
Right on.
you're very convincing.
Well, thank
you. Do you have any? Have y'all seen the show? Because it's really good. So check it out. It's on the Stars Network.
T.I., a gangster. Who'd have think?
No, but you know how people are, man. Sometimes they get in front of the camera and it just doesn't translate. Did you do any special preparation or?
Nah, man.
No.
I mean, man, I just kind of read the script,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And I put myself in the shoes of the character. I understood his motivations. I understood what his intentions and his aspirations were. And I just kind of said, well, if this was my position, if I started here and I had aspirations and intentions of going there, how would I feel? What would I do? You know what I'm saying? I just kind of went with that.
Okay. Any other movie roles? Just give us a little
We
nugget
working
of
on it.
info.
We got some things that we working on, man. I just you know what, because I made my word, known to my fans. I told them I was gonna give them this album December 18th. I had to kind of walk away from a role that was, you know what I'm saying, that was something that I was really looking forward to. But it would have caused me to push the album to like February, March. So I said, we're gonna stick with the album, and because you know what I'm saying, we already done set the date and people waiting on it, so we're gonna put it out there. But it was a game changer.
Definitely.
But there'll be others.
Okay. All right. The last question before the Q&A,
All right.
and I have to ask it.
Oh, no, you don't.
There's a lot of guys out there. They won't say it, but they coming. I feel like they coming for your crown. They won't say it.
Come on.
So is T.I. still the king?
Come on, man. I thought you was gonna ask me something worth answering.
Nah.
I actually got myself up, man. I was prepared to answer.
That's a downer
Man,
there.
come on, man. Nah, I'm not. I mean, man, on some real, man, it's beyond music. That title or to assume that position is bigger than music.
Right.
You have to mean something to people outside of just what you say on a record. You gotta live what you kicking, man, and you gotta carry that out day in and day out from the time you get up to the time you lay down. And what I mean to people is so much bigger than music, and it goes so far beyond just that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, are the people who coming for me, are they bigger than music?
No.
Well, then I don't think I have much to worry about. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm cool, man. I'm very secure in my position, man, you know, and even others may feel the same about theirs, and that's fine. I welcome all challenges.
Okay. One thing I didn't mention, I'm sure they might, but you do have a cool clothing line as well.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Thank everybody for the support of a cool clothing brand,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? We offer fly fashion to those who need it and deserve it the most. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You want to get you some swag on deck, man. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is log on, hit buy. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate that. It's all love.
Okay. So, Katie, we will start taking questions. So,
Raise your hand.
Raise
We'll
your
come to
hand.
you. Right in the front row.
Hi,
What's up, man?
I'm Quinn, and I was just wondering, like, I listen to a lot of different rappers, and I was just wondering, like, outside of your music, who do you listen to?
Man, I listen to a lot of old school. Well, y'all gonna consider it old school. You know, Tupac, Biggie, UGK, Outkast. I listen to a lot of that. Like when it comes to new stuff, man, you know, I'm finding, you know, I find things here and there that I can relate to, things that I can, you know what I'm saying, that I can ride to. But I usually listen to, I listen to me mostly. But especially, I'm either in the process of making the album or in the process of trying to, you know, piece an album together, whether I'm recording or whether I'm in the process of narrowing down records. So I listen to a lot of my stuff and a lot of the stuff that, you know, my artists and, you know, but when it's just me, and I listen to a lot of Marvin Gaye and a lot of stuff, y'all ain't interested in that kind of stuff.
hey, they know about Marvin Gaye.
Yeah, you know, so y'all don't want to hear about the Average White Band and, you know what I'm saying, and the Gap Band.
Speak on
Earth,
that,
Wind,
though.
and
No,
Fire.
I think you'd
Y'all
be
don't wanna hear
surprised.
about that. No, y'all don't want to hear that.
Come on, let us know what you.
I mean that for real. That's what I listen to. I listen to a lot of old stuff, man. You know, I like stuff that like Stevie Wonder, you know what I'm saying? Songs in
Absolutely.
the key of life, like that, like you know what I'm saying. Every song on that album cohesively went together. That was a perfect marriage of music to create a body of work.
No
you
doubt.
know what I'm saying? Like Marvin Gaye, Hear My Dear. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like those albums, they meant something. They dropped and they actually meant something to people. So I'm looking for that. Even, you know, NWA, Straight Outta Compton, Notorious B.I.G., both of them, Tupac, All Eyes on Me, UGK, Riding Dirty, you know what I'm saying? Just certain Outcasts, all of them. You know, they meant something to people, and you remembered where you were and how old you were, what was going on in your life when these albums dropped. And that, to me, is when music is used for its most positive and best purposes.
Absolutely.
Second question, front row to your right.
My name is Vanessa Vargas, your number one fan, just saying.
But thank you.
But my question is, what's the hardest part of being in the game?
The hardest part of being in the game? I don't know. I don't know. I guess, you know, being in the game.
Do the pressures of running so many businesses do you ever feel that pressure? I mean, you seem so
Very seldomly.
nonchalant.
Very seldomly, man. I mean, for real, all of these businesses operate, and it's all based off of me doing what I do. So as long as I continue to do what I do and don't take my mind off of what it is that I do, you know, I be all right. I ain't really tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess balancing the personal and the professional sometimes, it becomes challenging, but not impossible.
Okay.
Next question in the back, behind the camera.
Hi, T.I. I'm Voice.
What's up?
Quick question. So when it's all said and done, what is the main thing you want people to remember you by?
I mean, you know, just that I'm a man of respect. I'm a man of integrity, you know what I'm saying? I stand on my principles and my morals, you know. My word is stiff. My reputation is, you know what I'm saying? My reputation is right, you know. There's not a stain on my repertoire, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm A1. I keep it 100 with everybody who deserve it, you know. And my music is a representation of that. That's about it.
Another question towards your right in the third row.
Hi, Tia. My name is Rebecca. I'm
What's
a
happening?
writer.
Okay.
And I want to know, how old was you when you become a rapper?
Professionally or just when I started rapping?
When you started rapping?
I was about 9. I was about 9 years old. I was in 3rd grade. How old are you in 3rd grade? About 9, right?
No.
No?
That's like 5.
Nah, man, 5 is kindergarten. How many kids you got?
Oh, wait. I mean, my fault. You're right.
8 or 9. I was somewhere in there. I was in 3rd grade. That's what I remember.
Okay. My fault.
All right, next question, last row, right in front of you.
What's up, Tip?
What's up? Where you at, bro?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
How you doing, man?
What's happening?
As an aspiring entrepreneur, you know, I know that you've done a lot of things. I don't want to go along with your credentials.
Thank
you. We know that.
Thank you.
What do you do? You know, what did it take for you to build your empire?
Man, it took execution, time after time after time, you know what I'm saying? Proper execution in many different areas. And consistency. It took resilience. And you know, you just have to show up and show out so often.
Right on.
Time after time. You gotta wake up and you gotta drive. You gotta be driven to go get something done now. You know what I'm saying? And you, I mean, for real, and it's a gamble sometimes. You gotta really, you gotta be forward thinking, ahead of the curve when it comes time to make certain decisions. And you gotta be willing to stand on your beliefs. Because a lot of times you're the only one who can see it. You dig? And other people, they don't see it really, but you gotta really believe in what you got inside of you that's telling you and driving you to a certain goal for something.
I can dig.
Yeah.
Next question in the front.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, T.I.?
What's happening?
Yeah, I just want to first say that I really like your music. I think you're very talented.
Thank you.
And yeah, I think you stand out a lot from other rappers.
Thank you.
And you know, before I only used to listen to Tupac and you know, but lately I hear like a lot of conspiracy theories and stuff like that. That a lot of people in the rap game.
What does that mean?
Like stuff about like the Illuminati. That people in the rap game like sell their soul to the devil. And I'm a devout Christian. So
I mean, that sounds like folklore. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem real to me. I've never seen anybody do anything that led me to believe that they were connected spiritually to the devil.
Oh, really? I mean, I see like a lot of stuff on YouTube and stuff from other artists in the industry.
All
They're
you gotta
talking
do is
about,
cut your computer off and you won't see it.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not. If that's the question, no, I'm not. Nor do I know of anything that's being done right now to verify it. As of right now, it's just rumor.
Thank you, T.I.
Thank you.
We have time for 2 more questions. The next question's in the 3rd row in the middle.
Hi, T.I. What was your experience like when creating the song Live Your Life? And did you ever notice that the song was in The Hangover?
Did I notice that the song was in The Hangover?
Yes.
Well, aside from the check I got for it being in The Hangover, yeah, I kind of did. I went to see The Hangover, and they actually asked me. I saw it before it came out, and they actually asked me, you know what I'm saying, for my blessings for putting it in there. And, you know, they were gracious enough to compensate us appropriately for putting it in there. So I kind of noticed it. And what was it like making it? Man, you know, Live Your Life, that was one of them records where either you heard it immediately when you first heard it or you didn't get it until everybody else led you to it. And I mean, man, I took a lot of time to write that record. I felt like the lyrics of that record had to be special. It had to really say something because the hook was so strong and it was so uplifting and positive. So I just felt like I had to put a lot of effort and energy into those verses. So, you know, I usually record records fast, you know what I'm saying, like in minutes. But that one I kind of took all night to write and came back the next day and laid it.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you.
We have the very last question in the middle.
How you doing, T.I.? My name is Natalie. I kind of stand in the presence of greatness.
What's happening? I appreciate that. Well, let me stand too.
Oh, all right. Well, that's what's up. I just want to ask you a question. Being a young black entrepreneur, I'm from Philadelphia,
Right
so
on.
I'm very familiar with you and your stance with Meek Mills, and
Right.
that's dope. But I have my own custom hat line, and I just wanted to ask you, what advice could I get as far as seeking out upper echelon investors to invest in my hat line?
Wow. Phew, man, that's a broad question. Well, for one, you got to know that investors and celebrity endorsement may be two different things. Sometimes investors come from the more behind the scenes people that aren't necessarily interested in being out there in the forefront of publicity with the brand. You know what I'm saying? Very rarely will you find a celebrity endorser that is willing to invest. That's unique. You know, that's what they call lightning in a bottle. Not to say it can't, but don't hold your business up looking for it. I guess you just gotta put your business plan together. You gotta make sure you have a PowerPoint presentation will help of the things that the reasons you feel that this company is a benefit more so than a liability, and how long you think it'll take for everyone else to see your vision, and how much you think it'll take to promote it and to get it to make it relevant for everyone else to see your vision. You got to make it real short and sweet, because you know what I'm saying, when you have people's time and attention and you talking about money, you want to get to the point, because people they get distracted real quick. Awesome. I mean, no problem. I can. You see that young lady right there in the yellow jacket? Yeah, just give it to her. Already. But that's wonderful, man. I appreciate your time. All right.
All right. Well, can we give T.I. a round of applause, please?
Hey, man. I just want to say thank you to each and all of you who took your time to come here. You know what I'm saying, and listen, and who still have an open mind when it comes to music. You know, because we never know where music is going, and if we looking for people to do what we've already heard done before, then music will stop progressing, and we will become stagnant, and we will be stiff in the mud, and our art form will die. So remain open-minded with music, and you know, thank you for your time and attention, man. I'm gonna keep giving you what you want.
All right, Trouble Man, December 18th.